Good day, collective. I am here to let you know that it is okay to indulge in yourself. That it is okay to release all the pain and trauma and to replace that space instead with creation and creativity. I'm here to remind you that as a divine being of God, that God intends for you to have abundance, to be happy. This whole survival state of being that we have been captured in, that consumes us on a daily basis, is all part of the illusion to keep us very much in a cycle where we don't grow, where we don't create, where we don't thrive, where joy and peace, which are really birthrights for us, seem to be unattainable. I'm here to remind you that you don't have to earn your rest and you don't have to feel guilty about it. Indulging in yourself isn't weakness, it's what you need in order to thrive, in order to be light, in order to ascend, in order to be what you intend and desire most in your life. Today's word is indulge yourself. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. I am the first to admit I have totally been trained to survive and not necessarily savor, y'all. Not to live a life of ease. All my life, I have been drilled on work hard, work hard. But I have to admit, when I was younger, I made a commitment to myself to play hard too. I don't know where it happened, where it got lost in translation once I became a mother, but I stopped enjoying the journey of life. And I started instead looking at pleasure and luxury as optional. And I stopped prioritizing doing things that I enjoyed. And I think it really did have an impact. And I think it's evident given the condition that I'm in and the state of my central nervous system, given that I have MS now. Your girl's central nervous system is way on overdrive, from all the stress. It's like I have been, y'all, later in my life chasing one thing after another, or it's like I think my body has been in a continual state of survival, of flight or flight, because I constantly have people coming at me. I constantly have situations that are emerging. I'm always in anticipation of what next, what bad is coming next. And I am finally at a point in my life where I'm like, enough is enough. I'm going to X out any and all things that are going to put me in a state of stress or heighten the likelihood things are going to happen, challenges are going to happen. But I am ready to bring in a life of ease and alignment and flow. Like, if it's not smoothly flowing, if it's not just naturally falling into place, I'm not saying that I'm not going to put forth effort, but if it doesn't feel in alignment and I don't feel drawn to that and I'm facing all kinds of resistance, I'm going to listen to the energy. I'm going to go with the flow and I'm not going to resist. And I'm going to accept the blessings and I'm going to do the work on myself to ensure that I receive the abundance. I've been doing a lot of inner work, and like the last 2 weeks, I had a big moment where I told y'all, I've told on other readings, like I asked, what do I need to really ascend? And God said, you need to have fun. You need to be light. You need to be of ease. You need to indulge yourself. You need to go get that Reiki session. You need to go to the spa. You need to get a massage. You need to rest your central nervous system. You need to give yourself space so that you can breathe. You need to give me time, just me and you. You need to be held. You need to be held by me. God said that, not by a man, not by anybody else, not by your kids. You need to be held by me. And you need to learn how to hold yourself as well. And that word, that divine message I got really got me going down a rabbit's hole. And I realized, like, upon doing meditation, I found that I had like this big ball of pain and trauma in my womb, like in between my sacral and my solar. And when I like did meditation and Reiki on myself, I eventually found out what it was. And it was my intense desire to be cared for and loved the way that I love other people. And it was connected to my heart chakra. And like, as long as those things, as long as my heart, and as long as my sacral and solar chakras are out of alignment and holding on to all this pain, all this suffering, all this anxiety, all this, everything that I've held on to all of these years, I can never truly receive the abundance that God has planned for me. So I started last week a 4-week, heart, womb cleanse. Now I started a 30-day challenge that I went through ChatGPT, and I developed pretty much on every day I'm going to do something to honor my divine feminine, to acknowledge, my feelings of worthiness, to acknowledge, these fears and illusions I have every time things are going well, that they'll go bad again, or that there's people in opposition into me, and just understand that those are all distractions, and that I am in alignment with God, and God will have me covered, and that even in the worst of times, I will have the abundance I need to, make it, and to remove all guilt that I have from, spending time with myself, or taking care of myself, or prioritizing myself. All of these things I'm going to work through that are blocking my blessings, and I really want to encourage you to do the same. And whether a man or a woman, y'all, because men have the same kind of wounds in your, or wounds, in your wombs. Like, in your sacral, in your solar, and your heart. I have gotten to a place where I choose the soft version of myself. I finally feel protected enough and held enough by the Most High God that I want the soft version of me. I'm ready for the soft version of me. And I am ready for the soft version of the people that are around me. I don't want the hard all the time. I know there's a time for the warrior. There's a time for the more masculine. But I want the softer version of everyone in my life. And I want them to hold me just as God holds me. In the same support, in the same devotion, in the same appreciation. And I want to really share joy and abundance with everyone. I want everyone who's around me and in my community to understand that we don't have to wait to be able to earn enough to enjoy life, that we can enjoy life while we're living it. And even when we are saving, even we are building toward our dreams, we should enjoy ourselves and have fun in the process. So I want you to, do something for yourself today. Something that you traditionally wouldn't do. It's tax time. Y'all can, maybe if you get money back, do it. Even if it's a cup of tea, even if it's going on your road out in your lawn and separating yourself from your kids, light a candle, have that time for yourself. And I want you to speak life over yourself. Speak life in terms of your indulgence. And make yourself feel comfortable with it. It's okay to focus on yourself. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to be at ease. It's okay to be at peace and not always worried. And I want you to notice the resistance that you have in yourself and to not be guilty or shameful about it, but process it and start doing affirmations to address it. Y'all, for real, like every time I catch myself in resistance, which is quite a lot, y'all. Like I told my family the other day, I was like, the number one thing I'm struggling with right now is not being in a fight or flight mode, not being in a panic, not being in fear, not waiting for the next event, not waiting for the next fight, not waiting for the next person to attack me. Like, it is the ease that I am having to settle into. It is the blessings that I'm having to just be open to receive and not resistant to. It is battling the thoughts that come to me, about whether or not my dreams are coming into fruition and can actually happen. Like, I acknowledge those things, and that's why I'm doing this 30-day, like dealing with my feelings of self-worth and my confidence, and and all of the things that have to do with abundance and like in ease and joy and peace, and that I am worthy of it, that by being who I am in relation to God, and all the trials and tribulations that I have went through and all the growth that I've gone, that this is, that this is due, and that I am worthy of it. And and I am practicing receiving. I am practicing receiving without performing. I am. And so I just encourage you to do the same thing. And it feels weird, y'all. It feels weird when you're so used to a lack mindset, when you're so used to things not going your way. But I've said it in past past words, but just even saying everything goes my way, I think is profound. Even if you can say that 3 times in the morning, looking at yourself in the mirror, 3 times at night, everything goes at my way. And if you don't want to do it in the mirror, put your hand on your heart and your other hand on your solar chakra at night. Everything goes my way. Everything that happens for me is in alignment with my highest timeline. I am worthy of abundance. Abundance flows through me seamlessly. If you can just practice saying those things, that can go a long way too. But with that said, I'm going to end with our affirmation. I just gave you a whole number of ones, but for this word, let's wrap it up. And so today's affirmation for the word is: I indulge myself because I am sacred. I receive with ease. I enjoy without guilt. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. All right, y'all. Happy Friday. I hope that you get some rest. I hope that you find enjoyment in whatever you decide to treat yourself with tonight. Go get some Chipotle if that's your thing. Go to the spa if that's your thing. Go treat yourself to a movie. Go lock yourself in the bathroom away from your kids. Whatever it's going to be to give yourself ease, go do that for yourself, because you are so much better when your battery is charged. And guess what? You're going to be so much better to everyone in your life when it's charged. And every aspect and facet of your life. All right. I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.